Lucky Boys Podcast.
So think about what you want. You want to cut some weight temporarily. You have that New Year's weight right now, New Year's new me, all that other stuff. People just want to drop weight. But look, you want to drop weight, the easiest thing and messed up thing to say, chop off a leg, chop off an arm. What do you like less? You lose the weight. But if you want a healthy, maintainable thing, don't do the juice cleanse. Don't do like starvation because your body bounces back so much.
And as soon as you have that one slice of pizza, that
It's
one
downhill.
pasta dish, and you wake up the next day, it's gonna show like that because your body's just like, oh shit, we're actually having some of this. Let's reserve it. We don't get too much of this too often.
Exactly.
And then the willpower will wane, and then you go, you know what? That wasn't too bad. Let me have another cheat meal. Let me have another. And then eventually it'll all just collapse. And then when that happens and you see how hard you had to work in the first place just to get to a place where you were like, damn, I look good, where you like meet your, I guess, your physical appearance, whatever, those, or your weight, you're just a lot happier. But now you stop fighting and you go, okay, I will have this, and that's not going to make that much of a difference at one meal. And then everything starts roller coastering, and it goes down. It's like a domino effect.
And that's why everybody goes up and down. So they're like,
Right.
all right, I'm fit. And the next second they eat like a fat ass and they're lard now.
And then when you when you gain all that weight back, then what happens?
You lose the motivation.
You lose the motivation, the confidence, because it'll only take you a couple of weeks to gain all that stuff back, and you may even come back heavier. And so
and
you
it's
lose
that much harder to cut the second
time. You lose
time,
the
third time.
consistency, and now you're trying to get back on a horse again, and you're like, shit, I just put myself back at the starting line.
No,
Fuck.
you're behind the starting line now.
Right?
You might be.
and then depression kicks in.
Yep.
And then now you're
People
like,
give up.
Now you just give up. So that's why whenever anyone asks me, you're just naturally skinny. They try
I
to.
was like, nah, I work for this.
You
It's
work
a
for this.
lifestyle,
Like,
man.
I love it when you accomplish anything. Oh, you just got lucky, or you're just naturally skinny. Like I'm a little older now, so yeah, I'm human. So things are gonna happen where like shit slows down or things don't work.
Yep.
What I do is I incorporate it into a lifestyle.
You
Now
have to.
I have to make sacrifices.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm still living a lifestyle where I can still eat what I want and be happy. And if I really wanted to turn it up, where I really like get that chisel look, where my jawline could cut steak, you know what I mean? Or like, you could
What kind of steak you eat?
where I look like an anime drawing. If I really wanted to like cut, I could, or you could see all the.
Yeah.
If I wanted to do that, I could,
Yep.
and I think that'll probably take like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Strict, and that's all dieting because the
Yep.
muscles are there under this fat.
Yeah. Everybody,
But-
look, we all have six packs. It's just, does it
Exactly.
show or not? That's the truth.
Exactly. You don't need to do a gabillion sit-ups for that.
And you can't get your abs to show just by working out.
No.
It has to be. It's mostly diet.
It's in the kitchen.
Yeah,
It's in the kitchen.
And that's what people are forgetting. It's not 50-50. It's not 50% workout, and it's not 50% dieting.
No.
It's 100% dedication to the workout.
Yep.
100% dedication to the diet. It's if you want to be serious about it.
Yeah, and if you're lucky, then maybe like 10% luck, and then you can, just show easier because you start flexing that skinny body.
If you have genetic, and you got to be patient with yourself. And
Yeah.
I think that's what most people fail at. They're not patient, and I'm guilty of that too. Where I'm not patient with myself.
Oh yeah.
I want to see. We
You
live
want it
in
now.
such
We
an
live
immediate
on a number.
gratification.
Yep. And you live on the number on the scale, which is the worst thing. I
I don't even
have
step
learned
on a
now.
scale. When I heard you say you used
I
to
had
do
to
that,
do it every day, man. I get called out. He knows. He was like, "Your number went up." He's like, "Did you have a cheat meal?"
yeah,
I was like, I mean,
Everything
I
shows.
had some almonds. He was like,
right. But
"Did you
that's
have
because
one
you're
serve?"
fighting and you got to train it. I would say
Exactly.
anyone managing themselves, I think the first thing is just to get your mentality right.
And be honest with yourself. Honestly, look, if you're doing this by yourself, you don't have somebody working with you, be honest with yourself, like what's attainable, what's not, how fast do you want it? Because, look, if you really want to cut weight, what do fighters do? They take, like, medical grade diuretics, you just do a water cut and stuff like that. The reason I got to 175, that morning, all the fighters, we didn't eat, we didn't drink water, we were on a dehydration load. Why? Just because once we step on that scale and we get that green light that we made the weight class, I had cookies, I had protein bar, I had a bottle of water right in my hand. And
How
he
much
said, "You're
weight
in a
did you
good line."
gain within 24 hours when you did that?
Honestly, it wasn't that bad. So 175 was like deload. When we went to eat lunch and stuff like that, when we went back on the scale at home, I was like maybe 179, 181. And I
That's
was like,
it?
yeah, I was like, dude, I could have been
Holy
181 to fight. when I fought that morning when we went to the tournament, I was only like 182, 183. But that's legal, you know, because
Yeah.
I weighed in the day before. So I was like, all right, still not that bad. Right now, people can't tell, but I'm 190. So I've gone up 15 pounds,
Yeah.
but it doesn't show too much, so it's not that bad. I actually want to get back down, and I might want to compete again next year
What
if things
weight do
work
you
well.
feel the best?
So depending on what you want to say. So my lifting coach says I would be good and
not,
fit.
Not in
Like,
terms of fighting, just in terms of
health.
Like, you walking around.
Oh, walking around wise, aesthetically, anywhere between 185 to 190. So I'm already there.
Okay.
So I'm good now. Like, do I want a little bit more muscle show? Maybe during certain times. Do I want a little less pudge here and there at certain times? But for me, it's always, there's always something tied to it. Like if I'm doing a hobby or something, if I started doing indoor rock climbing again, like I would want less weight because, you know, when you carry yourself up the mountain, when you're doing even indoor rock climbing, bouldering, it's like I want less weight to carry so I could get to the top faster.